Cordoba, I hit in the spring during its flower festival. And this is even called the Calle de Flores. I think that means the Street of the Flowers. And it was a festival where all the people were decorating their beautiful patios with flowers, and they invite the public in. And it was a crazy scene. The whole city was out. Everybody was loving the flowers, and everybody was proudly opening up their little patio to visitors. And as a tourist, we were right there with the locals. And of course, at the same time, I was with my food guide checking out the scene and finding some great restaurants in Cordoba. This was an interesting little place, very humble restaurant. I mean, nothing gourmet about that. But if you look at this menu, they have a deal where you get to choose any 6 tapas out of this dozen, and you get it on a plate, and it costs you 20 euros. So that's $20. Basically, it's enough food for 2 people, $10 each with your little beer, a caña, and right there you see your salmorejo, which in southern Spain or in Cordoba, they have, we all know about gazpacho, that cold vegetable soup for the summer. Well, they have something that's a little thicker, a little more hearty, and it's cold and vegetable, and it's called salmorejo. It's very good. You got fried eggplant drizzled with honey. You got chorizo. You got anchovies that are fried. You got your chicken livers, and you got your patatas bravas. Just a fun, hearty, local plate for $20 for 2 people. And from Cordoba, I took the train in 45 minutes to get to Sevilla. Now, when you get to Sevilla, it's hard to realize that in its day, it was the most important port in Europe. For generations, the Spanish king and queen had a monopoly on all the trade from the New World, and all those ships had to come to Sevilla. So here you see a little bit of that snippet of Sevilla during its golden age, and today, you got the remains of that in wonderful architecture and a rich heritage and great art and a powerful culture. The churches are just sumptuous. The hotels are beautiful. Our groups always stay at Hotel Amadeus, and I do also. I love it. This is the breakfast on their rooftop. What a beautiful breakfast. I got to say, I just really enjoyed my time in Spain, and I really enjoyed almost every day seeing one of our tour groups. And I love to see our tour groups on the road. I love to see them at the end of a 2-week tour and to see how they're doing. And they're bonded, they're having a great time, they're loving their guide, and they're learning lots as they collect memories that'll last a lifetime. Every day almost on my trip, I got to bump into guides, and every chance I had in the evening, if I'm out and about, I would try to go to a restaurant where I could see our guides serving our groups and seeing our groups enjoying the food. This is a great bodega. It's called the Bodega Morales, and I just think it's so characteristic, and it's an example of the kind of bar I'm looking for. And when you say bar in Spain, it's really a food bar. I mean, the focus here is wine and great food, wine or sherry or beer and great food. And what you got to do is you got to be adventurous. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what these words mean, but I know 3 means 3 euros, so it costs like $3. And I know that local people are just really digging it, and I just go for a variety. As a matter of fact, I ordered Sorpresa Iberico. I think that means the Iberian surprise. That was it's the daily special. You can see it there. They don't even say what it is. It's just, do you want the daily special? That little kitchen in the back was cranking out so much great food, and I got the daily special. And it was quail eggs with some lard on some toast, and it was delightful. This is the back room where people sit and eat, and the eating is just, that looks good, I'll try one of those. I love that tapa eating because it's just a little bit of that, a little bit of that, another glass of sherry, a little bit of that, oh, I'll try some of that, and it becomes an evening. This is that group I was talking about, and we got to swing by. Again, whenever I'm out and about, if a group is in town, I get to drop by and say hello, and thanks for traveling on a Rick Steves Europe tour. Now, when you're walking around Sevilla, like I was, I had a lot of work to do, but it was tough because everywhere I turned, there were cultural surprises. I mean, I'm just thinking about it right now. I was in Sevilla for 3 or 4 nights. One night, the city was up. It was a tailgate party because it was a huge soccer match, and Pamplona was playing Madrid. It was in Sevilla, and all the people of Pamplona were there, and the place was just crazy. Hard to get any research done. The next night, it was a tuna band party. And a tuna band is the troubadours at the universities that sing and charm people and flirt with the girls and are hired for the bachelorette parties and so on. And there's a convention of these tuna bands. And I don't have that tonight, but that's in our Facebook page. By the way, for the last 30 days, I've been posting like a video every day. Each of these videos has been a Facebook post. So if you like this kind of stuff, go to Rick Steves on Facebook. There's 1 million people on there. And I'm so happy to share these little intimate snatches of what I experienced. But here is an example of what happens when you live in southern Spain. This is flamenco spirit. It's duende. It's the soul. These are just a bunch of random guys having a beer together. One guy has a guitar. They didn't plan this. He starts playing the guitar. The other guy starts clapping and singing. Look at the guy in the blue shirt in the middle. He's just caught with a front row seat to this spontaneous musical fun. This is what Sevilla is all about. 49 seconds, ad lib on the streets of the capital of southern Spain. Just a sweet little moment on the streets of Seville. Wow. I don't know, am I overreacting or is that cool? I mean, that's everywhere you go on the streets of Sevilla. Well, with my food guide, I found some great spots. And this is a little seafood restaurant. I'm holding a sea urchin there. When I was a kid, I never dreamed of eating a sea urchin, those prickly little round things. But they are a delicacy in Spain. And I had that with some nice white wine, with some young entrepreneurs that love their work, who have this amazing restaurant. And I'm so happy that this restaurant is now in my book. In fact, that artichoke, or that, what is it called? Sea urchin, it is history right now. Look at that. That was so good. But I saved room for my squid, cooked in his own ink. Yeah, sardines make me smile.